Hi everybody. Welcome back. The song that Ryan chose today is a prophecy of the current political situation in the United States. It contains reference to how Trump is trying to overturn the 2020 election. 20 years ago, when the angels began communicating to Ryan through birds, he never imagined they would be channeling their thoughts about politics, the way they are now. Yet, the events that have happened, in the past year alone, makes their reasons highly obvious. And gives purpose to why they are passing this warning to humanity in such a miraculous way. Let's take a look at what is happening that makes this warning so critical at this point in our history. We all should know that COVID-19 is real and is a big part of the issues we are experiencing right now. You may have followed how the angels already made a prophecy of a miracle vaccine which has been confirmed recently. If it wasn't for the good people who worked hard to find a vaccine, and whether you want to believe it or not, had some kind of spiritual connection to God and the angels, there would be no light at the end of the tunnel. We need to dig a little deeper though, and look at the cause that has led humanity to the point we are at today. The first thing that God and the angels have made clear to us at the Angel Scrolls, over the years, is that God would not cause COVID as a punishment for humanity, and it is most likely related to a manifestation of evil caused by an evil force that exists in humanity itself. Perhaps this evil was not intentional, however, the severity and extent that it is affecting the world, is a result of the way the Republicans have dealt with it. The good news is, God, through His good people, is currently working on trying to reverse the root cause of this evil, so we can develop a future for humanity that has less pain and suffering. Let's look at some of the things that may have contributed to the situation that humanity is currently experiencing. The first and probably main problem is politics. Why? Because politics is often the core of our belief systems, which influences us in how we think and act as a culture, and it's a huge part of our spiritual evolution. When we are spiritually open to the good things that God wants for humanity, then we are under God's umbrella of protection as a culture or civilization, and good things can happen to us. When we are not able to connect with God, or not able to seek God, He has trouble finding us, and we may be lost in the confusion of life in general. This confusion, we often experience as a civilization, and it can relate to what we do and don't know as truths. These lies can make us to take a stand in a position that affects our morality and core belief systems. Yet, God in His grace, still gives us the right to choose our own destiny, according to these beliefs we have, even when they may be detrimental to our soul. Here are some of the core beliefs that the world is experiencing right now with the Republicans. Yes, many people are, believe it or not, still supporting Trump, in his bid to overturn the election. What we are telling you is based on facts, and not internet conspiracy theories that are promoted by him and his ever-dwindling legal team. In fact-checking, the difference between truth and lies, one should seek truth with reliable sources. Have you witnessed a USA president that for the most part is incapable of telling the truth? Are you aware he is trying to divide your own country? Do you recognize it when he spreads hate, prejudice and lies? Are your facts based on how he has demonstrated a general lack of compassion or care for the future of the world and the people in it? Can you see how everything he does is for his own political gain? As a world leader, are you aware that he doesn't support looking after our planet, and doesn't even try to resolve the issues of global warming, race relations, or compassion for all of humanity? In fact, he is one that exasperates and encourages hate and confusion. We probably could go on, but when evil like this takes root, and begins to grow in people by the millions, it is like a cancer that devours not only human life, but our values and morality, all the way along its dark path. And when we don't know the truth, it can cause changes in our moral thinking, which affects the spiritual evolution of not only ourselves but the people around us. So we cannot let the evil overcome the good, for if we do, it becomes the catalyst that will eventually cause the destruction of humanity which God and the angels are desperately trying to prevent. For example, millions of people believe that many of the problems today in politics are caused by an organization of blacks that conspired against Trump to steal the election for Biden. Yet, in reality it is exactly the other way around. It should be evident to most people by now, that Trump is trying to subvert a democratic voting system, and take votes away from people who are clearly trying to prevent Trump's evil from spreading even more. Perhaps the systems in place for the election process is not perfect, but it is the best humanity has in place right now. It is something that is needed to accurately express the wishes of the people, so it can govern and protect the majority of the people it represents. At the same time, it has to take into consideration others, that have different beliefs and needs, finding ways to make them happy as well. It is not an easy task by any means. In this reverse song you are about to hear, you will see how the angels talk about their faith in humanity, and how they knew it would make the right choice by electing Biden. The choices that a majority of the American people made will help humanity's future. As a result, Heaven will be there helping those who are open to receive the divine knowledge that God and the angels are offering. We should be able to understand these heavenly motives by looking at the good things that Biden has promised to do during his time in office. If anything convinces you at all that he is a better choice for the future of humanity, this should be it. For one thing, we know from the past, Biden is inspired to tell the truth. He definitely has core moral values that far exceed Trump in almost every aspect of his character. Biden accepts global warming and has plans to convert to alternate forms of energy that will eventually reverse climate change. His party wants to help more people with health conditions, they want to eliminate police brutality, and ensure all races have equal rights. He is a religious and spiritual man who actually goes to church and seeks guidance from God, and does not just do it for an op-ed. He is reasonable, and not prone to act out in a vengeful way towards those who disagree with him. The party he represents seeks a better future for humanity in general, and isn't based on selfishness and lack of compassion for other countries in the world that are less fortunate. So, in reality, Biden is the opposite of Trump in many ways, and that is why the angels support him in this song. We at the Angel Scrolls truly have faith that the American people have made the right choice in electing Biden as president. We believe this is a big step in the spiritual evolution of humanity's future. The decision you made is also supported by God and the angels, and you will hear them rejoicing during this song. Positions is a song recorded by American singer Ariana Grande. The song was released by Republic Records on October 23, 2020, as the lead single from Grande's sixth studio album of the same name.
That completes this presentation. To hear more, please subscribe to our YouTube channel or visit our website at theangelscrolls.com.